see your hidden evil, for I wield the brightest flame. Of a fatal counter, I let it break to a forced release. My hands shake as I feel the power, awakening from the shadows race. Let's go, prisoner of hate, racing to the night that blinds us, obliterates all. And if you wanna compete, step back and roll back until the moon falls. I see the grail is just beyond this line. Stop time, let it die. See your hidden evil, and with the world at stake, I always roll the dice, reflecting moonlight leads the way to go to paradise. And I know I'll keep running forward, moving toward the burning light of day.
Alrighty, are you all ready for the top 6? Let's bring them out, starting with the first competitor, ScrawtVermillion. Next up, we have Moai. The next competitor is Korea Wrestling Man. Next one up on the line is JimmyJtran. And last but not least, we have Jing. Oh, excuse me. And we also have Die. Give it up for the top 6. All right, without further ado, we're going to head on into competition. Competitors will be able to head backstage. I'm going to throw it on over to Majin Obama and Jalen.
Coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, EVO 2023, Saturday morning. Look, it's already been a great weekend so far. MK did a really, really great final last night, but you guys know what time it is. Saturday morning, we had to come and bring it to you, this Melty Blood type Lumina top 6. Majin Obama here with none other than the lovely...
I'm Jadelyn, and I am so excited that we get to bring this to you live here at EVO 2023. This top 6 is nothing short of amazing, and the action is going to be non-stop from start to finish.
I cannot believe they let me out the doghouse to talk to y'all about this game on Saturday morning with this bracket. You gonna put JimmyJtran in my bracket? This is crazy. ScrawtVermillion, Moai, Korean Wrestling Man and Die on winner's side, JimmyJtran and Jing. Defending EVO 2022 champion Jing in loser's side. That is a nasty looking pool of sharks on loser's side of the bracket.
This is something that, you know, we worked so hard, over 550 competitors. Scrawt going through the likes of Safe, Raiden, Yui, Moai beating Kiri, Medusa, Uru, Korean Wrestling Man beat Ronda, Phantom, Shaylee. Oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous the number of competitors that they went through to get here to this bracket.
Die as well, getting matched up against Korean Wrestling Man here, had to get here over Aaron, Rena, other North American top competitors, but also put Jin in losers. Huge upset.
Losers. It was so huge.
And you got to talk about on loser side, JimmyJtran here got in. I mean, he lost to Jin in pools, and then won 8 straight. He went through a lot of the top talent for this game in North America to get here. I can't wait to see what he does on this stage. But Jing, who has arguably had the hardest journey to this tournament, it's crazy. He's the defending champion, but if you guys don't know, his original flight here got canceled. There was a big mess. He didn't get here until like 11:30 or midnight the night before pool started, and they had to cross an ocean, cross a country, then double back to get here, but he made it. And look, Jalen, we've been talking about this game for a long time. You've been talking about it especially for a long time, but the big thing with this game is this game on a big stage like this, we have not had that super strong international we've been looking for. This is finally it. Japan, North America, we got Korea representation. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And coming up first, ScrawtVermillion going up against Moai. So the big thing is Scrawt. Let's talk about him first.
Sure. So Scrawt, I mean, very well-known American player, been coming off of a lot of great wins, taking things like the official multi-blood type Lumina circuit back in December, coming off of a huge win at Combo Breaker, and coming in with this Kouma. So if you've been following Scrawt at all, you know that he had a lot of different characters coming in at for him, a disappointing fourth last year at EVO. Had a little bit of a character crisis, found this Kouma, and has found nothing but success since then.
Yeah, and you got to talk about Moai too, repping that Kanto region, playing out a big spot, big play spot. Man, that name is hard. But that's a legacy Melty Blood arcade. That's a really important one, and you got to talk about his history with this IP, this franchise, right? This is the biggest tournament that this game has ever had, maybe will ever have, and to have an old head like him, one of the best Satskis in the old games, but also this is a theme of this, a multi-game player. Let's talk about these characters coming up. Kouma and Roa. If you guys don't see this game that much, if you don't watch it enough, Roa on one side, two-player side like that, right? He's going to be able to use lightning to cut off lanes of the screen, try to control space as much as possible. Scrawt running Kouma, it's going to be on him to pursue. He's a hyper-grappling character. He wants to get in, but the big thing is do not look at his health bar at the top left. His real health bar is the bottom left corner of your screen.
Exactly. And so while we've been having this, Moai having a lot of success, speaking of meter, building up 3 counts of Magic Circuit, already being able to use an arc drive almost immediately and pressuring Scrawt into the corner.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game. It's high speed, high flying, fast-paced action. But the thing is, there are a lot of defensive mechanics to be able to counter how strong offense can be.
Just
you
like
just saw one of them.
That was right there, that moon drive straight into the arc drive super. But it's challenged by Moai. It was a great idea from Scrawt, but Moai was ready for it. Such a strong health lead, too.
That's an expensive bet, but yeah, Moai one step ahead of him like that. The resources used by Scrawt kind of hurt him going into this next round, but the thing is, once again, bottom left corner of your screen, if he can get 2 bars into 3 bars built, and he gets a knockdown on Moai, that could very well be the end of the round.
Very well could be. That's a really great point. Okay, that was a nice DP coming in, and now Moai is the one stuck in the corner. He did have a small armor. Waited for the moon drive activation, went in for the low, and this is getting started. Once again, bottom left corner, 2 counts of Magic Circuit, spends 1 for that armor, has little invincible, going in for the grab. This is where Scrawt really starts his game.
The held shield, walks out of the corner, being able to side switch like that and get this corner route against Scrawt here. Moai gonna dump some meter, microcharge, drops the launcher at there.
Oh, but the lightning comes back out, pressuring the shield, the B counter afterwards, switches sides, put Moai in the corner. We've got 2 bars of meter. Is he gonna spend it? Got 1, and then the other one takes a round.
Break the glass on him, oh my god. Meter dumping is Scrawt here, but look at Moai's gauge as well. 4 bars built here, and for Roa, it's, again, about sealing the mid-range like this. This character has like 90% screen control. You see, it's important for Scrawt to be able to try to make those miss. He doesn't want to jump in the air and block them because then you're susceptible to an unblockable punish, which is very easy for Roa to do.
Exactly. Oh, the shield was countered with the B by another shield from Moai. Now backdashing again, trying again, like you said, for that pressure. Scrawt, though, in, gets that first hit, and like we mentioned before, once you're in, that's the scary thing. Lightning comes out. Scrawt once again did shield in the air, which was risky, like you just said.
It's risky, but it's better than blocking in the air like that, guaranteeing the damage. But here we go. Command grab, mid-screen. Same side. Low shield, and Moai gets out of dodge there. But this is the problem. Full corner push here.
Shield for shield right after that moon drive activation.
The Yomi on the activation there was crazy.
Oh,
overhead.
That high-low, really nice opener there for Moai.
And Moai building here.
But look at all of the Magic Circuit on the side of ScrawtVermillion. 4 bars, just activated moon drive. Going to be spending a lot of that, blocking that lightning coming in from the corner, but now Moai stuck, has him in the corner. Can Scrawt get out of this?
Falling jump C. Command grab. What?
No way!
He had to plant. Wow. That's 2 times in that first game that Scrawt bet really big on that arc. That's a command grab super. So basically, if you have to jump in before the flash. So that's 2 times that Moai got over on him really big there.
That has to be a lot for the mental stack. I mean, Scrawt, well known to be an emotional player, trying not to let that get to him. And you can see stone-faced right back into it.
Yeah, Scrawt knows what the goal is. This is just part of it. Moai is a big gatekeeper potential in this bracket. Here we go, shield into launcher.
That move that missed really from Roa is something you're going to see fairly often because it's a fast normal and it's going to open people up really easily.
Pin him down with lightning here. Defensive heat activation like this. So if you don't know, heat activation is what you can use your gauge for. Scrawt just did. It gives you health back while you're not being touched.
But unfortunately, Scrawt got nothing out of that because once again, Moai on the offensive, and Scrawt lost more than he gained during that exchange.
Where this character can shine to the pressure sequences in the game. Low shield, betting big. Low shield exchanges.
There it is again!
And Moai with the cavity search. Gets the launcher, gets the round, set point, Moai.
This is incredible. I mean, Scrawt has been practicing so much, but Moai is cool, calm, and collected, and has really studied this matchup. You can tell.
Lightning set here.
Opening everything up with, has Scrawt 3 bars, so Moai knows he's got to be a little bit more careful, but it doesn't seem to matter. The way that he's using these huge Roa combos and locking Scrawt down into the corner is excellent. Okay, Scrawt did tech in the air, once again using that EX Lightning, and that's what we said earlier, that unblockable is so risky.
There are specials and there are normals in this game that are air unblockable. You cannot guard them in the air. So for the defender against Roa, if they end up in the air blocking the lightning, he can just walk up and he has a variety of ways to air unblockable. You get guaranteed damage, guaranteed knockdown, guaranteed over. And just like this, 4K.
This is insane. And once again, we're going to get the shields and all. And then we BC. Oh my gosh! And then the Blood Heat was countered immediately.
So you got to talk about that mechanic, right?
Yes,
Heat
absolutely.
activation in this game. You're leveraging meter to stop the clock, get some health back, and you get access to supers as well when you're in that mode. However, activating it is the scary part. It creates an unblockable burst style effect, which obviously you have to be able to shield it. You have to walk up and use the main mechanic of this game, which is shield on defense. You can call those out, or be just outside the range of the burst and be able to punish it with projectiles or strikes like that. And that's what you saw Moai do. A really strong read on this is the moment of desperation for Scrawt. He's probably going to pop it here. Backdash just outside of range, make it rain on him. Moai sitting pretty in winner's final?
In winner's finals.
Wow.
And such a clean, decisive game plan from Moai. Came in, knew exactly what he wanted to do. The reads were there. It was just a great set to open this up. And we are getting our next players up, which is going to be Korean Wrestling Man versus Dai. So before we get into Korean Wrestling Man, really quickly wanted to highlight that he is the PlayStation Tournament's Road to EVO champion from SEA, winning that full EVO package to get out here. And we have a little short video to show about him to highlight his journey here.
That I'm sure will get played soon.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국에서 온 이제 코리아 레슬링맨이라는 아이디를 쓰고 있는 이제 멜티블레드 플레이어. 이번에 멜티블러드 타임 루미나 탑 6에 들게 됐어요.
Every year, thousands of FGC competitors try to reach the top of the EVO mountain.
To become the Evolution champion.
And this year, PlayStation's Road to EVO offered gamers a chance to win a trip to compete at EVO 2023. Representing Seoul, South Korea, Korean Wrestling Man wants to succeed and follow in the footsteps of Jing's 2022 championship run.
Jing! He'll take it! He's your Melty Blood 2022 champion!
Now in the top 6 on the grandest stage in the FGC, he's ready to show the world that he's up for the challenge. But the question is, will the rest of EVO's top 6 be ready for him?
You got to give props to PlayStation for helping make that happen. The prize, of course, was a ticket and the flight to EVO. So we get our sole Korean representative for this event, and he made it this far, top 6 winner side, going up against an international Japanese man of mystery. What's cool about Dai is, you know, he's a player who, if you talk to a lot of the Melty Club players out here, they'll tell you he comes from Dengeki, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He comes from Dengeki, and he's kind of private. Not that many players actually know about him, but he's originally from Osaka, moved to Tokyo, but has made a very strong impression on this bracket. Most notably, huge upset yesterday, putting Jin into loser's bracket. He's also going to be representing that Roa character. But this character on one player's side is, I don't know, this character is going to be a doozy. So.
Right, so this is Mario. Mario, the puppet character of this game, meaning that in addition to Mario being on screen, there are a multitude of other characters. We're going to be calling them the nuns. You're going to see them have a lot of different weaponry. We'll call him out as we see it, but he is a complex character that Korean Wrestling Man has found a great foothold with and can be incredibly impressive. And we're already starting off Die. Great Roa gameplay.
What I really want to highlight too is look at how Korean Wrestling Man opens or approaches. It's important to note that he controls those nuns. Basically, he can control them from full screen, up close. So it really is depending on his approach, how Dai is going to want to approach this. You see there, this is what really the character really shines at, his Oki. It's not so much about damage per touch, as much as it's securing the knockdowns and then using the chakram, that spinning blade nun that comes out and throws that. That is very unique and very oppressive Okazeme for this game, and you'll see why in just a moment.
Yeah, and also, okay, we'll come back to that in a second, but we do have a Moondrive activation from Dai, putting Korean Wrestling Man into the corner. Very similar, actually, to what we saw with the gameplay from Moai. It's a very similar game plan, and again, getting caught in that unblockable situation.
It's funny, too, because Korean Wrestling Man, to win that event, to get this ticket, he had to go through 3 of the top Roas, and one of them was Moai, actually.
Okay, so we had a heat activation from Korean Wrestling Man. Made it back to the ground just in time. Shield for shield, and then the punish coming out from Dai.
The counter shield. So if you guys don't know, the shield mechanic in this game essentially is a parry that leads to an RPS situation. But one of the things that the opponent gets parried, they can shield back. So you saw a shield exchange there, leading into a big hit from Korean Wrestling Man here. The jump shield to neutralize the chakra mode.
That was really smart, okay, but caught again by the lightning. So another thing I want to point out is that the sword nun, in certain situations, can go through projectiles, and that neutralizes a little bit of what Roa can do, so it's something we might have come up.
Exactly, it's something, you know, Roa has control of 90% of the screen with lightning,
yes.
But he can't just back off completely like that because he'll have to deal with sword nun. So it kind of forces him to approach and try to attack Mario from mid-range, and right now has a full corner push. That sister is watching.
Yeah, this Korean Wrestling Man, that's a perfect from Dai. What a way to close a round. Korean Wrestling Man, again, coming out from Korea, winning that PlayStation Tournaments package, not getting a chance to play the video game.
Yeah, but I mean, that just goes, and you saw there, that's one of the things you can do in this matchup. When Mario summons those nuns to attack you, you can actually down them for a little while and make them unusable. The problem is, the Mario player has setups to be able to punish that, bait that, and he can get big return from it as well.
I like the way that Korean Wrestling Man opened, that it was a much more definitive opener. And again, as you mentioned, the openers are very important in this. But once again, Dai, as soon as he gets a hit, it is just detrimental to the Korean Wrestling Man's health pool.
See, again, Roa, where he really shines to me is the pressure. It's the zoning that complements it with just like that max range lightning strike. Takes this micro charge just to be able to build as much gauge as possible. Finds the low touch. Korean Wrestling Man in trouble here.
And then activates Moondrive to continue this combination. He's going to get 3 counts of Magic Circuit and is going to go ahead and spend it for an Arc Drive. This should kill with the amount of damage that it's about to do. Yes, 4.8k? That's ridiculous.
And that barely killed, it felt like. But Die here on set point. Korean Wrestling Man, are you awake? Nice staircasing down for some pressure here.
Yeah, nice throw too. Chakra Mill is set up, but that was a really interesting interaction.
Yeah, the trade actually worked out there for Dai just because Korean Wrestling Man wasn't able to confirm it. But here we go, side switch, same situation. Give me all the gauge.
Charging. Oh, but it was punished. He charged just for a second too long and was stuck in recovery, allowing Korean Wrestling Man to get in and set up this corner comp. We saw this so much yesterday, especially with the Chakra Nun, with that overhead, getting opened up. Korean Wrestling Man getting that foothold, building that 4th bar of Magic Circuit.
And you see what we were talking about earlier with the counterplay. Dai showed early on, I'm willing to hold up, try to shield. I'm willing to do something when you do those double blades coming out like that. You see now, Korean Wrestling Man, he's willing to meaty throw him, early throw him just to be able to check that option. It's an RPS situation. It's kind of like a mini game. You got to get out of there. Nice punch nun to create the distance.
And now
Sword nun closing the gap.
Mario in there. Moondrive activated. It gives you a second just to see what your opponent is doing, but now Korean Wrestling Man hit by that lightning, stuck in the corner. Dai is so good at systematically dismantling what Korean Wrestling Man wants to put on the screen.
That's a big throw, a big jump kick in. And, oh my God, 3 bars built. He's going to probably build the 4th here.
Yeah, EX into the super. Nope, saves it.
Getting it on the next touch, and for Korean Wrestling Man, you have to imagine he's looking for some way to activate E. And
right.
there
oh,
it is.
It's shielded, no!
We all felt it. Dai saw it moments before it occurred. Runs up, shield T activation, easy punish for the win. Dai, really impressive run in this tournament so far. That's crazy. Korean Wrestling Man to me is a big X factor in this bracket, and this. Oh my God, I'm thinking about loser side now.
I know.
Loser side is
loser
crazy.
Side is wild. I don't envy the loser side of this bracket. It is, like you said, it is shark-filled waters, and it is terrifying.
We're going to get some good sets. We're about to get some good sets. But before we head to our next match, guys, we got to thank all the people and all the groups that helped make this event possible like this, that helped get Korean Wrestling Man here
Exactly.
and give you guys this top 6 bracket. We'll be right back with Melty Blood type Lumina.
Chipotle's new chicken al pastor is fire on every level. Fresh chicken hot off the grill. A rich marinade of seared morita peppers and ground achiote balanced with a splash of pineapple. All combined for the right amount of heat. Chipotle's all-new chicken al pastor is where fire meets flavor.
Oh no.
Super roll-up. Victory feels good.
Yes.
Making them proud or making them pay. I'm running the game, I'm running it up. The one to get burnt, don't play with the flame. Too hard to touch. They want me to stop, but I keep it calm. I'm ready for war.
Welcome back, everybody, to, again, EVO 2023 here live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Majin Obama here with...
I'm Jadelyn, and we have just had an explosive winner's half of this bracket, but God, this loser's side, this match that we have coming up, ScrawtVermillion versus Jing.
Let's have fun with this one. This is you know, Scrawt, of course, you talked about it earlier.
Right.
Disappointing finish for him last year. Look, can we put our cards on the table here?
Sure.
We've had, what, 3 countries represented in this top 6?
Yes.
One of these communities talked a hell of a lot more caca on Twitter than the other 2, and that's North America. And the head of that movement is this guy, Scrawt. But you got to put respect on it. He came out for EVO Japan,
right.
Got washed up in bracket, but the whole time he was there, it's business. And you got to imagine he had his sights set on this matchup right here. Jin on the other side.
Yeah.
You ask him who he's worried about in this bracket, in this event. This is one of the players, along with one other. If it comes up, we'll talk about it. But this is the match that I think Scrawt has had his sights set on for at least a year, you know?
Definitely. And we were talking last night about how Scrawt and Jin, while Scrawt was in Japan, played each other constantly. They were learning how the other one works. And so they have practiced against each other. But in EVO, on the stage, when, as we said, Jin, you know, coming in here at almost the last hour physically possible, still possibly jet lag. Scrawt not coming from as far away, but, you know, is coming from East Coast time zone. How is that working for him? What's the mentality? I mean, They are both so focused right now. I know they both want this. You know, Jin was tweeting last night about how he would love to get a second title under his belt. Scrawt wants that redemption run.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, right, for Jin, it's about if he's going to get that second one, it's going to be the hardest path possible right here. And for
This
Scrawt,
is insane.
motivation is running super high. Now's your chance. You showed me the hustle when you came out to Japan. Can you punch your ticket right here, right now, get in over somebody who has been a hard gatekeep, and make a big statement going into this final?
This, if Scrawt wins this, that's a huge, huge barrier that he's overcome.
But before we get to that, let's
Right.
talk about the character selection here, right?
Sure.
Scrawt going to be running Kouma, of course. If you guys don't know, if you aren't familiar, he is the grappler, the default grappler of this game. That is very deceptive because he is very fast. He's a hyper grappler.
He
and you'll
is.
see, guys, if any of y'all messing with Marvel, whatever happened to Juggernaut? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They took him out of Marvel 2 and they put him in this game. Wait till he gets 4 bars and a knockdown. I've seen this set before. Last time, when Scrawt came out to Tanakai Tuesday, he 3-0'd Jin in Grand Finals. I've seen it. But here's the thing. Jin has been waiting for this too.
Jin has. And Jin playing Hisui, the maid character, they've been playing this for a very, very long time. She is really set up base. Be looking out for those tables that he will set up, because that is a great way to have a little set play, have some knockdown. But right now, Scrawt getting in there, getting that micro charge, because once again, you got to be looking at his magic circuit, because that's more important than the health.
The meter is able to give him his win condition like that. When he gets a knockdown in the corner, ends a command grab,
There it
stop
is.
OTG into armor.
Okay? Jing falls out of the combo, but Scrawt closes the gap, like you said, so fast. That hyper grappler closes out round 1 pretty definitively.
That dash up running backhand launcher like that hits so far away, and you see him again using that anti-air crouching punch like that to be able to get this corner here. 3 bars built, stop the yard, cue up the armor.
Get grabbed again.
And this is the hard part for Jin. Can you escape this situation? You have ways to do it. A shield interaction is one way. Just get out of dodge.
Okay, the armor just ran out, but ScrawtVermillion was ready for it. Countered the jump from Jing. Going to put Jing back in the corner from whence they came. The grab comes out. Neutral jump just to see what Jing was doing. The grab again, big throw. Jing does not have a lot to work
He's looking
with
for a
here.
defensive heat activation. Doesn't want to go.
No.
He has to make a play on the heat.
Yeah, he had to build up that. He just got 50% moon drive or moon meter back. Now, big combo here, spends 1 bar. Again, there's the EX table, gets the knockup from that.
That cake extension is all about damage and carry, and then just a simple low. What Hisui highlights, she's a very basic kind of standard character. She has item throw, and then the ability to run the most simple kind of mix-up on Oki, but it's super effective. She highlights what's awesome about this game. Oh my God, the landing recovery!
That was insane. The way that Jing was ready for that was incredible. And then going to go ahead and spend Arc Drive, manages to close it out.
Optimal, truly optimal. And here's the problem. Bottom left corner of your screen.
That is so much meter.
That is Scrawt's win con. If he's able to get a touch and take him to the wall, this is going to get really nasty really quick. So for Jin, it's about not getting clipped by something like that.
The recovery from that one touch was all that Scrawt needed to get in there. And like you said, look at him spending that bar. He's on the other side. What an ambiguous cross-up in the air. A lot of Melty Blood, if you're not familiar, does take place in the air. So you got to be watching the way that people are controlling that movement.
That's one thing that Hisui kind of highlights. Nice.
What a throw.
Yes, the unblock, the back grab into the wall like this. Win con activated.
Yeah, we got
Power up.
Oh my gosh, look at the movement. We do have that defensive heat activation from Jing. Is going to get all of that health back. Going to spend the last bit of heat to go ahead and get that arc drive out.
Nice and simple bento set just comes with the overhead.
Yeah, but Scrawt has one chance here. What can he do with it? Oh, he
Simple
gets hit
low
with the
touch,
overhead.
moon
What?
drive activation to help to confirm. Good closeout from Jin. Now the big thing is what you saw is really good counterplay on armor activation from Jin. There are a few ways to beat that armor. You have to either nail them with your heat activation, you have to win a shield engagement, you have to throw him, or you have to hit him with a super. 2 times out of 3, that ain't bad, Jin. He got 2 really good calls to be able to stop that momentum building, and it puts Scrawt in a dire situation. But here we go.
And
Cake extension to the wall.
Look at the confidence that Jin has coming into this. He was a little bit hesitant in that first game, but now that cross-up too with the
Allen Iverson, the East. Bro, if you like ECW, I feel like you love this character, man. Tables, ladles, and chairs. She got the whole Home Depot coming after you with this.
Look at that backdash, getting out of the range from that what looked like that strike throw situation. It's a great way to mix up Hisui's pressure. Other side, Moondrive activated. Scrawt does not care.
Yeah, defensive drive activation here, but wall push, heat activation, he does not care. Moon skill right through the bento.
Because heat is one of the ways that you can break armor. That was a really smart idea from Jing, but like you said, Scrawt doesn't care.
Oh my God, back throw him. Good
All
grab
right.
from Jin.
The bento is behind. Yep, that's exactly what you do. Pressure.
That's so
but
sick.
Sandwich situation just like that. Jing looking so strong right now.
And just like that, Jin on set point.
Yes, Scrawt.
Big stop sign from those crouching Hisui buttons. Gonna get his carry here. Cake set for the extension, the extra 800, 500, 800 damage, however much. Same side blow.
Shield.
Big, oh my God!
He held the shield too long, which allowed Jin to get that throw going. But once again, Scrawt finding that opening, activates the armor, that win condition. Just running at, we get a clash, shield, and then the B counter is going to open up Jing.
Look, if you see a brother looking like that, glowing red, or coming at you on the street, you're running away too.
Oh yeah,
Same
absolutely.
side low, command grab.
3 bars built.
Flash frames there, backing off. But that's the thing is,
Oh, the shield on the Pento explosion allowed him to do the B counter, letting it appear behind Hisui. But Jin did not care. He was ready for it. They both have they have full magic circuit on both sides.
this is next hit wins. Big low fatal counter, and that's
He's
gonna
got
do
enough
it.
to arc drive if he wants it. Doesn't even need it. Jin moving on, eliminating Scrawt from this bracket.
But big ups to Scrawt. I mean, awesome performance so far from NA in this event, I gotta say. And Scrawt, of course, being the bannerman, I think, for a lot of the North American community. Really cool to see him get this far and be able to get the set that he wanted. Probably didn't finish the way he wanted, but that was the set, one of the sets I've been waiting for. That was pretty good.
It was nice that we got, I hate that we had to see that set so early, but it was a set that I was really looking forward to seeing. And Jing.
Because we missed out on it last year, right? That's a set that didn't happen with the way the bracket worked out. But that was, I think, the set that I think a lot of people were looking forward to seeing. But Jing going to be the one that ultimately moves on. But we got to talk about this next match.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of sets that we're looking forward to seeing, Korean Wrestling Man versus JimmyJtran. Please take.
And I'll say this: Korean Wrestling Man has been really impressive. This game is about multi-game players, and Korean Wrestling Man is no exception to that. Started with DBFZ. We see him in Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6, but this game is where he's made a very big impression. However, you're going up against, I don't know, man. A lot of people ain't going to put him on the Mount Rushmore or whatever, but this is one of the most awesome fighting game players that North America has produced. I know he got a lot of fanboys out there, but what really shines to me about JimmyJtran, regardless of what game you've watched him in, regardless of what name you know him by, he's got quite a few. But what really makes him awesome as a player is in this modern era where we're focused on players becoming brands and doing all this extra stuff, he is a pure player, and what I love about him is his competitive mindset. It doesn't matter what game he throws down. It could be a Third Strike, it could be a Tekken, it could be a Melty Blood type Lumina. He is going to have that same cutthroat perspective on just competition. Frames don't care about feelings. He's willing to put the time in, put that grind in, and just play and get to he has a strong respect for the competitor's ability to adapt to whatever the game is, whatever the situation is. And he exemplifies that in everything he plays.
Yeah, and so let's talk a little bit about Ciel, the character that he's playing, because this is a character we haven't seen yet. So Ciel is a really balanced character, has a lot of great tools. With her key throw, she can keep you out, zone you out, but her close range motion is really impressive as well. She has tools to lock you down. She's got some full screen options that are incredibly terrifying if you make a mistake. Her game plan is basic, but it's effective.
What I'll say is, along with Hisui, Ciel is a character where you can really see in my opinion, the most awesome feature of this game is the movement. And you're going to see that with JimmyJtran's approach here. But it's going to be hard because of this Mario matchup. That Sword Nun is going to be a constant threat just because she's able to go through the projectile records that Jimmy can do. And of course, like you said, emphasis on strike throw with this character. She doesn't have as much left-right stuff, but that jumping splits kick is a cross-up attack that you'll see JimmyJtran go to a lot. However, locked and loaded, going to get side-swapped into the corner most likely.
Yes.
What's the set?
Yeah, we saw this a lot yesterday. Again, the overhead with that Mario combo. The character that they are playing against will switch sides, but eventually is going to get back into that corner. The Chakra Nun, again, too, being able to hit with the overhead. This is the Korean Wrestling Man we're used to seeing with so much offensive pressure.
He's a bot. He's a script.
Okay, such ambiguous overhead movement. like you were just saying, so much of this takes place in the air, and there's a lot of fast movement. You do get 2 jumps, 2 air actions in this game for most characters, and so he was able to do that side switch, make it really ambiguous where he was going to fall.
And the thing about Mario, too, is his buttons are very stubby. He doesn't have a lot of space control with them, but they function very well for pressure, air pressure, and in conjunction with the nuns. Like you said, he can create very ambiguous situations. Deep big body confirmed from Jimmy J here.
You're gonna spend,
Unfortunately dropped.
No.
That could have been much worse.
Matter. Okay, opens up with that really nice low set. It was fast. Using fast buttons low to open somebody up, because most of your A buttons in this game are going to be 5 frames.
And Mr. Naps had a very lucky break there, being able to convert like that off the whiff. But here we go, shield BC. And that's the struggle with this character, Ciel. Obviously, she has her projectile that she goes to, is she throws those keys. Those essentially function as projectile rekkas. But the problem is these nuns that Korean Wrestling Man keeps summoning, they prevent JimmyJtran from being able to get space to zone like that.
That was such a great DP.
Reversal super.
Yeah, so when you use those DP motions, they do have invincibility on them. It was a very safe option for Jimmy to use. Okay. Coming in now, so much pressure. Shields the heat activation. This is huge
and
for
the
Jimmy.
claw starter, this is going to be big damage. Back, and then the launch incoming. No, going to go with the key super here. 46-25 damage on the table.
Oh my gosh.
Air grab, moon drive activation. That's it. 4
Yeah.
bars, he's got it.
Yeah, is he going to close it out with the EX or just go straight into the arc drive?
Taunt jet upper,
EX,
eat your heart out.
Drive. Fantastic, Jimmy.
Mr. Naps putting him to sleep. Wow. That's the thing with Ciel. She gets access to full moon drive like that, 4 bars. Now that strike throw becomes a little bit dangerous because of the threat that the air anti-ground grab can come into play.
I really like the way Korean Wrestling Man has been using that pre-round movement. So if you've been noticing, everybody can move before the round starts, but they can't throw a move. So you're trying to get those advantageous positions. And Korean Wrestling Man went for it, but Jimmy is so calm.
Yeah, and look at this. He's trying to slow down the match now. But that's what see there? Jimmy tried to punish the sword nun like that, but the punch nun comes out and so it creates this kind of back and forth. He got punished for trying to knock down and immobilize one of the nuns.
So after that shield activation, Jimmy tried to go for a launcher, but now was able to slide underneath with Ciel's really fast movement and put him
JimmyJtran
in.
with the optimal stuff.
Great
combo. Safe jump. Going low.
Oh,
the delay flip kick.
Going in for this combo once again, building up their magic circuit. Wants to get that EX hard knockdown.
Back
so
to the grab, bait, no punish. JimmyJtran with the grab.
Do it again. Do it again. Yeah. Oh, he techs it.
Tech it, and then this is big. Sword super from this is going to end, what, like roughly 3.6 or something like that? No.
No,
Chakram.
drops it. Okay, but blocks the shot. Jimmy's one of the first people to block that mix-up.
Great guard. Oh, my
Once
God.
again.
Reversal super in the seats. Oh, my God. JimmyJtran on set point to eliminate Korean Wrestling Man from this event.
Oh, gets caught in the sandwich situation with the spear nun, not one that we see as often from the Korean Wrestling Man's offense.
So here's the thing. Twirling like that in the corner. Nice. Was trying to bait something from Jimmy J.
Text the incoming throw. That can be really ambiguous because Mario can use the nuns to shield what he's doing, and that throw gets really scary. But Jimmy, the confidence coming out here. The fatal counter's going to get extra damage after that held shield from Korean Wrestling Man.
I was waiting for him to show it. That charge stand slash attack she has, that punishes low shield. That's a low shield call-out button.
Patience from Jimmy. Once again, slowing down the tempo of the match.
But he's willing to guard. He's willing to guard.
Okay,
Don't break on the throw, but charge Chakram here. He's willing to block it out.
Up. Okay, there. That could have been huge. But now, Korean Wrestling Man stuck in the corner. Put himself there. I'm expecting a throw pretty shortly. No, the heat was not blocked.
That's the hard part with Ciel. When it's all strike throw like that, if they're very patient, they have good reaction.
Yeah, oh, caught in the air, though.
Great conversion off the moon skill to be able to get that OTG like this.
Jimmy should be able to build up another. Yep, that's 50%.
Into a safe jump. Goes low on the other side that time. Jimmy J applying pressure.
Gets a
grab
throw.
with the shield.
This is huge. Gets it with the low. Jimmy is moving on.
Oh my God. JimmyJtran. Gonna be moving on loser's side over Korean Wrestling Man. But big ups to him as well, because it was a pleasure and awesome seeing him compete in this final bracket for this game like that. We've been waiting for an international battleground for this game where we could see the best from Japan, the best from Korea, and the best from North America play. I did not have Jimmy J plan to be one of those guys, but he absolutely is, and he's showing you why with the way this set went down.
You know, looking at this replay right here, right before, look at
This combo was fat as hell.
It was, and it was such a great use of every single resource that Melty Blood gives you. It had Moondrive, it had all 4 bars. It was exactly what you wanted to do to close it out because you never want to leave somebody with a sliver.
And I love the fact that he used most of her moveset too, right?
Yeah.
That anti-ground grab that she has from jump, if you're on defense, you can react to that and punish her pretty heavily. But he didn't use it the whole time. He waited until he had full resources to make it convert and convert as hard as possible, pulls it out at the end and it hits. JimmyJtran going to be moving on loser's side. I did not have this pen on my fantasy bracket, but I'm happy it's happening. I'm happy it's happening.
This whole bracket, I mean, throw the bracket out the window because this is Melty Blood and expect the unexpected. Right now, though, take a breath, take a breather. We're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Melty Blood Top 6 right after this.
Your Chipotle order just got extra with fighter coins from Street Fighter 6. Order any entree in the Chipotle app using promo code HDKN236 and receive 250 fighter coins with your order. Visit chipotle.com/SF6 for details.
You got this. Only a handful of people in the world can do it. You could be the best, but it's dangerous. These are incredible stakes. You're going to be forced to make split-second decisions that could cost you your life.
Get out! Whether you like it or not, you are in this race! Get in the fight! Yes, sir.
Gran Turismo, based on a true story. Rated PG-13. Red Bull gives you wings.
Double Dragon Guidance! Rise of the Dragon!
Believe you could be so much more. Made for the moment in the era I forged. Live from the minutes where the legends are born. And the myths are forever when they pen our lore. I hear every echo inside of the world clear. I feel all the hopes inside of the same fear. The shadows that faded out, all the lights in the same years. When they tell us that it's gone, but yo, I'm still here. Run it back. Quarter on one cab. When 99 seconds is everything y'all have. Prove yourself worthy, I live in the impact. push forward and tell them to hold that, roll back. I don't see any limit, they're lacking the vision and asking why the hell I would risk it. I'm basically different, I'm everything they say that I isn't. The arcade era live in my spirit. Don't tell me to move on, soon as all the pressure gets too strong. Feel like I was born here for something to prove wrong. When was that moment when you felt that sound and heard the crowd shake ground, screaming one more round? Let the lights flash over the main stage, I'm still brave, battling the giants that still made the will face. Test that choice, ignite the fire of a brand new age when they hear my voice.
Evolve till I'm more than what they ask of me, till I fly in ways you can't believe, through a sky I know, on a blue horizon, in a dream I hope. My hands keep shaking, but my heart keeps strong, though my legs keep aching, my voice keeps on, my soul keeps rising as I sing my song. I can hold my own till those clouds move on.
I roll with the punches so I survive, and reinforcement of that is my 9 to 5. I've been played and beat down, this is the rebound. All systems go because I've arrived. When it's the only option, second is unacceptable. Make them feel the music and crank it a couple decibels. Style is impetuous, defense impregnable. This is the beginning, imagine your boy at level 2. My brothers is tenured, we run in the trenches, so coming against us is utterly senseless. I didn't know it was in me, but now I know it for sure. Number 1 contender, soon as I hit the door. Hurt y'all in the war, now jaws on the floor. My style is revered like art on the wall. If they ain't in the know, better keep them informed. Evolution's constant, and this ain't my final form.
Evolve till I'm more than what they ask of me, till I fly in ways you can't believe, through a sky I know, on a blue horizon, in a dream I hope. My hands keep shaking, but my heart keeps strong, though my legs keep aching, my voice keeps on, my soul keeps rising as I sing my song. I can hold my own till those clouds move on.
Oh, run this back, rush it down. I got next, I'll be strong, prove myself. I'm still here, quarters down, infinite, infinite. Infinite.
keeps shaking, but my heart keeps strong. Though my legs keep aching, my voice keeps on. My soul keeps rising as I sing my song. I can hold my own till those clouds move on.
I roll with the punches so I survive. And reinforcement of that is my 9 to 5. I've been played and beat down. This is the rebound. All systems go because I've arrived. When it's the only option, second is unacceptable. Make them feel the music and crank it a couple decibels. Style is impetuous, defense impregnable. This is the beginning. Imagine your boy at level 2. My brothers is 10, yet we run in the trenches. So coming against us is utterly senseless. I didn't know it was in me, but now I know it for sure. Number 1 contender, soon as I hit the door. Hurt y'all in the war, now jaws on the floor. My style is revered like art on the wall. If they ain't in the know, better keep them informed. Evolution's constant, and this ain't my final form.
Till I'm more than what they ask of me. Till I fly in ways you can't believe. Through a sky I know, on a blue horizon. In a dream I hope. My hands keep shaking, but my heart keeps strong. Though my legs keep aching, my voice keeps on. My soul keeps rising as I sing my song. I can hold my own till those clouds move on.
Run this back, rush it down. I got next. I'll be strong, prove myself. I'm still
At you once again, coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, here for EVO 2023. Melty Blood Type Lumina Top 6 going to continue. And, oh my God, that was a hell of a way to end off that last set. This next set coming up, though, is going to be winner's final. First to 3 affair. We got Play Spot Big 1 second, Moai going up against GS Dai. An all Japan affair here in winter. But, man, yo, real quick, they got some people filling in that will come see Melty Blood Type Lumina on a Saturday morning. Can y'all hear me out there? Hey, Hanzo, run the next set, man. Let's get this show on the road.
We are going to have a mirror match coming up here. So it is going to be Roa into Roa. The two of these players have such similar game plans, and I feel like the way they open, what's going to be to watch is how they open their game plan.
The big thing with this is, because it's a mirror match like this, where both players are going to be, it's all about jockeying for position with this matchup like this. So it's going to be about who can get just outside of that thunder range like that, who can make a good call on getting past someone else's thunder call and finding advantage from there. They're going to be competing in obviously the same range at a lot of time, right?
Right.
It's about making the other player miss, taking advantage of that. You got to remember, Roa, this character, is very good at cutting off lanes of the screen like that, and you don't want to jump in and block, or else you're going to open yourself up to unblockable setups. So the big thing is being able to play the spacing game, using Moondrive activation, be able to pause the screen, see what's going on, make a good shield call from there.
And I think that tempo is going to come into this a lot. Because if you can change the way that you are controlling the speed of the match, Roa, incredibly fast player, but if you can slow it down, completely throw off the game plan and the rhythm, you can have a significant advantage. And right now, Moai, big opener here, lots of pressure.
Just like that instant air dash, jumping kick attack like that, he's able to get so low to the ground, and his buttons are very satisfactory for hitting air to ground kind of situations like that.
That Moondrive was completely negated with that throw, but Moai so willing to spend his resources early to get an advantage, but not getting too much out of it. Does get the throw for Dai.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. He ran just out of the meter from the heat activation to be able to finish with super there too.
Okay.
Bait and punish on the DP though.
Unfortunate.
And building his gauge. Nice, finds the high hit in the scramble after. Yo, that's the thing with Moai. He's not afraid, especially coming from the characters that he used to play. He's not afraid to get dirty and create scramble situations. He's willing to bet big in these situations. Run up DP, run up throws. Oh, the Allen Iverson!
That was such nice mix, and now caught too here. Building up this bar, gonna throw Dai into the corner, hard knockdown. Goes for the low, Dai was ready for it that time, jumps out of the corner, and what a catch there with that really short lightning into the bigger one.
Awesome reaction there, just simple instant air dash check right there with the lightning from Dai. And now it's corner pressure of his own. Again, this is where this character can shine.
He was low shielding, and with the overhead, the fatal counter is going to add extra damage into it. Backdashing, trying to catch somebody jumping. Not going to come from it yet.
Yeah, that's the thing with Roa. It's like, even if you get this touch right here and you're able to get your combo, get into an air grab ender or whatever, the thing is, even if you just end the combo back to that same spacing, standing under the timer, yeah, you're going to get checked. Bro, that's a full cavity search. When he puts his hand like that in your body like that, he's looking for something, and he found it. Moai and Dai tied here. You see, again, the jockeying for position here.
Oh, and the combo after the wall bounce that Moai was able to get, and the high-low that he's able to put in on a die. Great 4 bars Magic Circuit. Gonna spend 1 here, have the hard knockdown as well. Re-jump, went for a grab, did it again.
Classic type Lumina. Just like mash grab. They're too slow to react to it, mash grab again. Here we go, Die with another chance here. Bar building. That's the full screen super that Roa has access to. Moondrive reversal to go through the normals. Pressure time, shield exchange.
And then they both neutral jumped at the same time.
Yeah.
It was really the same ideas. It's such great gameplay seeing their mirror coming together like this.
And again, look at the positioning here. Die trying to stand just outside the timer so that he can react to a shield attempt and find that launch attempt. Again, that's just simple 3.2K and then reset back into the same position.
You know, it might be lower damage, but honestly, lower consistent damage is going to win you out.
And look at this conversion to close out here for Die. Excellent conversion.
Moai had 4 counts of Magic Circuit because he couldn't find a place to use it at the end.
That's the thing, especially against a character with projectile coverage like that. You can't just get full screen and activate heat because that's a free juggle. You bury the choke, essentially. So you have to find the safe activation. In order to do that, you need to find a hit.
Exactly. Shield, shield. Oh my goodness, the way that he let go just in time so he was able to take advantage here. The slide right underneath, side switch, gets the launcher, hard knockdown comes out. And then again, the punish on that shield. The shield punishes have been excellent between these two.
They've really been in each other's heads with the low shield and low shield punishes so far in mid-range. Bait and punish on the DP. Moai getting a little bit desperate here. Moon skill, lightning ball.
This air combo, cutting
Into
off
3,
lanes,
yeah.
just like you said. You cannot be in the air against this.
Yo, Die is nasty. 5K, that's two times. He's willing to just go into that last hit with max meter, clock out, and take as much damage as possible.
So, as far as health values, you know, Roa's got a decent amount of health, and with 5K, that is almost half of that life pool.
That's the thing, too, is, again, look at how this pressure, defiant low from Moai.
Ooh, backdash could have been really risky.
He knows that he has to make something happen here. This is a big round.
It is. I mean, we are, again, we're in 3 out of 5 for winners, losers, and grands, so there can be a little bit more set play here and a little more time to adjust, but Moai doesn't want to give Die that 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, that's the big thing, especially in this position. And you see, that's a common type Lumina tactic there. When we talk about air footsies, sometimes being able to fish around your opponent who's in the air, the actions that they take in the air are going to give them additional landing recovery. Right. So what you'll see at a high level a lot of times is it's about maneuvering your way, using the momentum and movement that this game gives you to position yourself where you can catch your opponent's landing recovery, or just run up and go low on him, dump your meter to take the round like Moai just did.
That was a really great use of the spacing, the backdashing, understanding. I think these two have such a fundamental understanding of what the characters do, but also how the other one plays.
You gotta put respect on the character too. This is obviously he's consistently been one of the strongest characters in this game. Wow, just reversal lightning super just like that.
Yeah,
easy reaction from Die.
You could tell that Moai had something in that back pocket too, but Die was just quicker on the uptake.
And now here we go. This is a big chance for Moai here. If he's able to retain corner positioning here, make a play on the heat activation, or we get a big punish on this reversal attempt.
That is unfortunate. So even though that is invincible, if you whiff it, you're in huge trouble.
Yeah, that he has one of the best reversals in the game, but it can also be a liability.
All right, lightning comes in. Oh, again, that was another liability that could have been detrimental, but the slide under, God, his legs go so far.
The shield Yomi in that game went in Moai's favor. That shield and then the full screen tackle like that gives you a free juggle if on hit. So like that, he was able to just leverage a really good shield guess there into the end of the round.
The first opening here does go to Moai. That double slide under, really jockeying for position, like you said earlier. Goes for the overhead, doesn't get it. That time it does. It's going to continue to open up dive, but just a little out of range. But it doesn't matter with Roa because you have that range. You have tools for every spot on screen.
Moai with the hard rebound here.
That was a perfect. Another perfect. Moai, one of those people that, you know, just doing it.
Yo, Roa players have one brain cell. They share the same brain cell.
And it's on stage right now. Single brain cell on stage.
Nice again, a big shield BC, this time from Dai, gonna get the wall.
Side switch once again,
Yep.
throwing him into the corner.
3.7K.
Wow, that was a good mix.
Throws
Very
him out,
deceptive.
yeah. Chase down, tech on the grab.
Look how much slower we're playing now. God, they really do have one brain cell.
Moai in the red dress, but runs into lightning. That's, again, this is the problem. You have to respect those lanes that he creates. You have to either get inside it or be able to try to make it whip, make a call from there.
Yeah, full screen EX2, gonna close that out. Much cleaner from Dai.
Yeah, they've had hard adjustments on both sides, but here we go. This time, Moai's turn.
Just something we talk a lot about in this game is you get an advantage when you start being the person who can actively adjust faster than your opponent.
I have seen more baited and punished DPs this set so far than probably the whole weekend. Nice! Finds the low touch again. In that awkward situation after the OTG light.
Gonna spend
Drop,
one bar, does
launch.
not have enough to close out with super. The moon drive. This could completely
Counter
change it.
activation. Shield, he bets on it.
Oh, the slide was blocked. Getting
Oh
out
my
of the,
God.
oh, he's got a pixel and a dream.
Full screen super,
Oh!
Moai! That was dangerous, especially because Dai had 4 bars to work with. He was looking for any opportunity to be able to safely activate heat there, get some health back, stop the clock. Moai, what a call with that super.
Oh. I think he pulled out a stick.
That happens, man. Sometimes you get excited.
You know what I love seeing is how excited they are to be playing right now. Are you guys excited for this winner's finals?
It's just like that. Moai answering back too. Got Dai locked and loaded in the corner. Back up, but that's okay. Even in that situation, you're looking for a tech and to be able to do lightning again, to pin them and look for a bigger opening there. He's trying to create an opportunity where Dai is going to tech into lightning or something.
All right, the side switch launch comes out and just goes straight to the hard knockdown. Nothing fancy, but this is Dai's opportunity, going to build up his 3rd count of Magic Circuit, which is going to lend him so much meter to work with.
Grab, and now Moai on the back foot here. Shield bet after the missed tech throw.
Oh, backdash is out of the range of the normal.
And good call from Dai, catching Moai, trying to with the whip punish after that. He knew he was outside of range, just barely outside of range, and got big payback for it. But Moai right back at you. Got the bars to finish too, and he's gonna do it.
I really like though that he only chose to spend 1 bar so that he can come into this with that meterage and not have to worry about building things up, because they both have full moon. They spent a little bit of it there, but their gauges are relatively similar.
Yeah, the big thing is that moon gauge under the character portraits that allows you to do a moon drive activation. Powerful reversal option, but it does have recovery and it can get thrown. But basically, look at players like that. Just use it to use the pause the screen and react and see what's going on. Moai leveraging his. He's going to get a buff on his moon skills as well. Super from Dai is his answer.
Oh,
Same side,
wow,
high!
Wow, that was incredible. What a great way to open this up. Dai trying to bring this back for them. Again, using that EX, that full screen. Could be so great. And then the punish coming out from Moai, though.
And look at the return here. Grab all the way to the wall. Falling jump C.
Shielded. Oh, really delayed BC counter, but that does get Dai out of the corner.
Yeah, Moai just committed to guard. Mashes low. He's going to build a 3rd bar here.
Yeah, it should by the end of this combo, yes. If he, gonna go ahead and end it in an arc drive, that should close out.
James Chen, where's James
Okay.
Chen? Oh my God, arc drive finish.
It does work.
Moai gonna be Moai 3-0?
3-1.
3-1.
Moai 3-1 moving into grand finals.
Wow, that's big. Especially because Moai, obviously he missed top 8 last year, right?
Right.
But this is a player who is very consistent in this game in terms of being present in all the big competitions, especially in Japan. He plays a lot. He shows up to the weekly gatherings. I mean, I run one, outside of a GameSphere, but he is consistently one of the players that shows up and he's willing to play. He wants to put in that grind. He wants to win in this game. We saw him at the announcement special doing that exhibition with the champion Jin, and he put him on his back. And speaking of which, coming up next, man.
Okay, so
I missed out on this one yesterday, but you call it. You can tell.
Sure. So we saw this yesterday in pools. This was the winners final of a particular pool. So Jimmy and Jing went up against each other. Jing took it 2-0 over Jimmy. Had some really incredible reads. Once Jing figured out Jimmy's game plan, the way that he wanted to throw those keys, the way he wanted to set everything up, Jing was able to adjust. There was a lot of EX ladle into the corner, into that EX table. There was a little bit of the bento setups, and Jing was just able to really get the adjustments that were necessary to shut Ciel down, particularly taking her out of the air, eliminating that option for Jimmy.
What's so cool about this matchup for the players is how both of these players you see on stage have a just completely different mentality. You know, Bronson on Twitter said that he truly does not belong. I agree. JimmyJtran is built different. That dude is just he is not common. And their perspectives, Jin as well, their perspectives on these fighting games. These are both multi-game players. We talked about that so much yesterday. This game, for a lot of players that play poverty games, Tekken, Street Fighter, whatever game you're playing, a lot of players kind of found a second home with this game, and you're seeing that play out on a big stage like this. Jin, we got to talk about his competitive history. Long-term qualifier for multiple games in the Togeki SBO series, whether it was Melty Blood React, Actress Again, Current Code, whatever the case may be, Super Street Fighter 4, Dengeki, Blaze Blue, if you name it, he's played it. This is just the game that he likes right now, and he's the one he's going hard in. And Mr. Naps needs no further introduction. I think most of you guys know where this guy's coming from, but I remember watching this guy playing Third Strike and doing some crazy stuff with Urian, and I was like, this dude is raw. And then I saw him doing some Tekken stuff, and I was like, this dude is raw. Then I saw him playing Street Fighter 4, and I was like, man, I'm noticing the consistency here. This dude's pretty good. But again, my thing to me, what I really take away from him and just listening to him talk about fighting games is the way JimmyJtran's perspective on being a competitor, being somebody who wants to be the best, what kind of mentality that takes. And man, the way I've heard him on a certain show, kind of talking to another popular content creator, talking about having faith in your ability as a competitor to adapt. So after the loss yesterday, after JimmyJtran came out for around Evo Japan, came to Tadakai Tuesday, he hit me up. He was like, yo, where are people playing this game? I said, come to Tadakai Tuesday, man. And he sat down, he played with Jin for like an hour, and then dipped. And we never saw him again. Man of mystery. But what I'm curious about is, what is Jin's response to this? You know, you get this double Jeopardy scenario like this. How is he going to play, especially being, like you said, leveraging shield and other defensive mechanics to mitigate as much damage and zoning potential as possible from those black keys that Ciel is going to be throwing?
And one thing that we've seen consistently from Jing is that he is quick to adapt, and once he understands what his opponent is throwing out, he will punish that until the opponent makes an adjustment.
Two very rational players, too.
Incredibly.
And the big thing about this is both of these characters, what you're going to see, it's not really the most crazy kind of movement. They highlight something very simple about this game, and it's the best thing about this game, the movement. Watch how these players pilot these characters.
Yes, the movement is what sets Melty Blood apart from other series, and that's what draws people to this, because you can move so freely and be so creative.
It feels good to just move around.
It does, and look at the respect that the two of them have to make. But they are caught with the air ladle and the dust setup. This is the start of how Jing likes to play clean into that EX table, because he's built the bar. He also has a bar here, probably did not decide to end an EX ladle, but that is something I want people to watch out for.
Yeah, so the big thing is those cake extensions off a hit, it really just is about adding damage, getting a little bit more positioning so that Hisui can do that simple jump over Okazeme that you do. It's very basic, but very effective just because of how visually ambiguous what side she can fall on it. And then Jing can control it and make her fall on different sides. So Jimmy J with this hard knockdown here. Bento set. The bomb is planted.
Yeah,
bomb has been planted.
Okay, and now you have the EX Dust, which is really difficult to move around, but because of that, Jing was able to throw over the dust and create the situation where Jimmy could not get out of. The overhead does come out Jing so clean.
It's like we said, right? If you like ECW, if you like the Dudley Boys, this is the character for you. She's coming with tables, she's coming with ladles, she's coming with chairs, she's just jumping through the air using juggernaut frames on you. But here we go.
Look at the simplicity from Jing. Just jump out of the corner. Nothing fancy, but it's clean.
So the reason why Jin is also setting that bento mine is because that's, again, a lane you can cut off on the screen.
Exactly.
It functions as a mine, essentially. So if Jimmy wants to try to run in and press offense, he has to beware of running into those bento setups, because that's going to give Jin a free launch.
The way that these two are playing in neutral
they're slow playing.
Incredible.
This is godlike. Using the rush punch down. And here we go. This is going to be good carry, good damage, cake extension. I'm assuming no. Not willing to spend the bar here. Just going to take a knockdown. Hard knockdown off that air super.
And now the double jump there with a BC counter. So if you also press that button, that's when you get that situation where they cross each other up in those sets.
And this is going to be the hard part for Jimmy, is opening up the Hisui player, especially someone who's as good defensively as Jin.
He's so clean. Every decision is tactical and it's calculated, and you can see that.
And again, just take my hard knockdown here.
Jumps again. Overhead coming out. Bento's set up. Bento with the cake goes for it. Jimmy's
Visual
blocking.
mix-up. Jimmy sees it. Dust Cloud lock you. Oh my God.
Jimmy, this is ridiculous. Does finally get opened up by the overhead. It's a shame. That whole 10 seconds of him blocking was incredible. And like you said, the visual confusion, the way that he was mixed, he could not see the character because Ciel was behind the Bento in the table.
The cake set like that takes place in the foreground, so it creates visual mix-ups like that. Jimmy's still able to see the overheads and block, and he just committed to guard. That's something that, if you listen to him talk about his perspective on a lot of games, especially competitively, option rotation is very important for him. Whether it's mashing on, this scenario or committing to guard in this scenario where normally you would look to do something else. Here you go, big air fatal hit. This is going to be big damage from Ciel. And launch. Or safe jump setup, 4-6-4-8. That's not bad damage right now. Taking and grabbing.
Right, like we said before, strike throw super important for Ciel as a character.
This is her offense.
And we're seeing it right here, set up very clean, throwing every black key, ending it in an EX. Jumps again, brief overhead, that could have been it, but unfortunately Jing catches it. Jing went for a one thing, and a perfect from Jimmy.
This is what Ciel can do if you can play that strike throw very well, and JimmyJtran is obviously coming from his background. He is very good at watching opponents' defensive habits. You got to think about how he plays Tekken, right? He's used to looking for people, hey, what kind of defensive techniques are you going to use if I do the first 2 hits of the string? He's brought that skill and ability to this game, especially with regards to shield usage.
That backdash was so smart, and then the projectiles coming out. Jimmy taking advantage of this corner situation. He's got full moon. He spends 1 count of magic circuit. Is he going to do it again? No, the micro charge, something we saw so much from Jimmy yesterday, building it up. Another huge hit from Jimmy.
This is, again, big damage here. Going to be, what, 45-92? Next touch wins. Jimmy taking and grabbing.
Oh, a blood heat coming out from Jing, though. This could be really big. He's going to get all of that vital source, the recoverable health back, pressuring Jimmy back in the corner. Jimmy patient, a heat out from him.
And that was scary. He waited to the last moment of the blood heat activation. If that would have gotten baited, it would have been game.
He got shielded. Jimmy in the corner gets hit with the overhead from Jing.
Big table here. Again, going to juggle. Gets no bars here to work with, so he's going to just take this and get the air knockdown. Simple mix-up here. Same side.
Oh, the
catches
backdash.
The backdash. Probably doing an anti-backdash OS there. Able to snipe him with that low-reaching, crouching sweep button. The same side? No. Same side low.
Oh,
Jimmy commits to shield.
Ciel out of there. The micro charge from Jing got 50% moon from that, so if they need to use moon drive activation, they can. Jimmy, though, catches here, using the keys, pushing Jing into the corner, going to build the third bar magic
Okay, the safe jump.
Okay.
Safe jump.
Safe jump right there.
Drive activation.
Into the heat.
Stop the clock.
10
Fatal
seconds
counter.
left. Jimmy!
JimmyJtran is knocking on the door right here, doing something crazy.
And I just want to point out, we're back to 2 out of 3.
Next game, oh my God, JimmyJtran versus the defending EVO champion, Jing. Oh, wow, this is going to a game 3. I did not have this on my crystal ball.
I didn't have anything on my crystal ball at this point. Throw the whole bracket away
I
because
did not
this
see
is
this.
Melty Blood type Lumina at EVO 2023.
Let's go. In double jeopardy, too? Item throw. Jimmy
That's
commits
one
to
of the
shield.
first times that Jing has used item throw. That is something he uses so rarely.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to use against Ciel just because of the threat of keys, right? It's fairly easy for her to react, and you don't want to try to play this item throw game versus her like that. You have to use item throw with different application. Wow, and again, look at how these projectiles,
there he goes.
They work as Rekkas almost. So you saw there, Jim was willing to press. Jimmy J just let it rip.
He did, gonna spend the EX here again. This is such a consistent combo for Jimmy.
And you see him just doing the jump kick, safe jump like that. This is all just like safe pressure. And using the reverse beat system, another big counter hit. This character in her offense is, again, strike throw. She's very good at being able to punish you for air and presses. Jimmy leveraging all the meter to go up set point against the EVO 2022 champ. Okay, okay, this is a big one. Jing with 4 bars to work with damn near. What's the approach? Throw thing, big jump table.
Yeah, Jing has everything to work with. Don't think he's going to spend it all here. He's going to spend 1 for that table.
Jin, his voyage here was so hard.
Does he have to give it up now, though? He doesn't want to.
Take extension.
This is that clean gameplay we saw so much yesterday.
And which way's the drift? Same side high.
The key throw, EX, it's shielded
That's a lockout.
though. That's huge.
So can he take this round without using meter is the question. Or just spending one is fine. Drop, that's gonna close out. Okay, so this is big.
Final round.
Oh my God, I did not have this bend at all. JimmyJtran versus Jing. To see who's gonna go to loser's final.
The respect, the way they're just walking. Catches right, weaves through the projectiles.
The fall, fadeaway table like this. And 3 bars built, you know he just wants to go in the knockdown every time. Take extension, you're gonna take the damage from it.
Gonna get that hard knockdown. Oh, shielded.
Big
grab,
roll.
what a punish. The
Push
bento.
into the bento.
Oh, what a wake up
Defiant
from
mash
Jimmy.
from Jimmy.
Get that EX, he's got
In the
3
safe
from-
jump.
Yep, right there. Catches
The
the
back
backdash. He's put him into the corner.
3 bars. 1, 2.
Oh, he just spent one. He's going to build a third
He
one
was
up,
so
though.
close to being
the
after the fourth.
micro charge too. We've got the moonshot. The tech on the throw. Jimmy getting it with the overhead. He's trying everything he can.
You have to beware of EX Ladle though. EX Ladle's this is a haymaker.
Oh my gosh.
Air unblockable. JimmyJtran! Air unblockable to finish like that. JimmyJtran over the defending EVO 2022 champion. That is crazy.
Jimmy moving on to losers finals.
Wow. I am speechless. I don't know what. Yo, this has been a fun one so far, man. I did not have any of that on my bracket, man. I did not see that coming.
I just want to reiterate, Jing is who put Jimmy into losers.
In double jump.
2-0.
What did I say though? That's the way he is. A loss, you just take it for what it is. You figure it out. You adapt. He came into this set with a fresh perspective, fresh mindset, and again was not getting caught with a lot of anti-shield on keys. He just forced his offense, forced his mix-up, and went to the safe jump Oki a lot, and it worked out for him. And he had some fat combos and huge opportunities where he saved resources.
And right before this, we were talking about how during that winner's final set yesterday, during pools, is how Jing was so good at cutting off that air movement from Jimmy's Ciel. And he did not get that opportunity. I have to say, the adjustment that we saw in less than 24 hours from Jimmy was really impressive and got him so far in this bracket, and he is not done.
He overall played a lot more grounded. He went to some of the Rekka mix-up with the projectiles, but that was a crazy set, man. I can't believe that went down that way. But I can't believe the losers final match we got coming up, guys. But look, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of this Melty Blood type Lumina Top 6 here at EVO 2023.
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. Whether it's in restaurant, pickup, or delivery. However you Chipotle is the easiest way to Chipotle.
Oh no.
Super roll-up. Victory feels good.
Yes.
Hey, what's up everyone? We at 10-0 are beyond excited to announce the launch of some brand new merchandise for EVO. Beginning with our new officially licensed Street Fighter designs, which include premium embroidered hoodies and more. Also, we have new officially licensed designs for the King of Fighters 15, Guilty Gear, Tekken, and other FGC partners. Each 10-0 product is carefully designed by FGC heads with only the best material for maximum comfort and style. Trust me, you don't want to wait to cop these.
What's up, everybody? I'm Persia, joined by Vicious, and we are here for EVO Connections presented by AT&T. Y'all been seeing us all weekend. We've been putting in that work, but with all these exclusive games and demos, I think it's time for a little bit of play. What do you say?
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this all weekend long. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Hey! Oh, sorry. I was like, no, sorry, setup. Okay.
I was so ready. I was like, you gotta play me for the setup. All right. Oh, damn, that's how you feel? Playing modern. Damn.
Leave him alone.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick! I didn't think it was gonna trade the way it did. I'm doing it. Give it to me. Oh, God, no!
Oh, let's go! All right, so, Tekken's one thing, but
yeah,
that's another thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kenshi. He looks the coolest. I don't even know what's happening on that. What? Help! My guy, help! What is he doing? He's praying! He's praying! I did it!
No.
Let's go! I got one! Yo, backbreaker! Ugh! My spine! What does he do after that? Oh! Girls! Let's go! This is what I've been looking forward to all weekend. All weekend, right?
Let's go.
Finally, we get our hands on it. I cannot wait. Oh, what? Tag? Damn, these rounds are long. I love it. Help! Oh no, am I dead? Oh, what? I thought she was blocking that one. We'll take it. We broke the tiebreaker. It got a little bit sweaty at the end, but overall, we had a lot of fun, right?
I tried my best, but I definitely need to play like 100 more games. One is just such a tease.
I'm absolutely stoked for it. I'm glad you guys made that connection as well. It's been an absolute blast, and you've been tuning in to EVO Connection, presented by AT&T.
What's up, everyone? I'm here to let you know that Chipotle is leveling up EVO 2023 with a dedicated community lounge. At that lounge, they have mini pickup brackets with fun competition all day. Winners will walk away with some nice EVO and Chipotle goodies. They also are doing special giveaways. For example, a daily unique pin giveaway, if you'd like to check that out. But for attendees who just want to chill and relax, they have charging stations as well as a main stage viewing lounge for you to check out all the action right here on the stage over there at that dedicated community lounge. But don't worry, for those who are at home and viewing, we got you. You can get involved with Chipotle by partaking in their giveaway, their text giveaway. Do not forget, Chipotle is giving away 40,000 free burritos. Make sure you text the information below so you can enter for a chance to win. Now, the competition has been exciting and thrilling, and we gotta keep it going. So commentators, take it away.
Welcome back, everybody, to Las Vegas, Nevada, here for EVO 2023. And if you want to see the conclusion of this Melty Blood type Lumina top 6, can y'all hear me out there? So with that said, we're going to get into our next match. This is the losers final. It's going to be a first to 3 affair. I have no idea how it got to this point, but it's going to be JimmyJtran repping the United States of America going up against Dai from Japan.
I was talking earlier. I had a bracket. That bracket is far and gone, been completely destroyed. Jimmy, the surprise player. I mean, it's not a surprise if you know his history.
It's
if you
not
know
a,
it,
it's
but
a kind of surprise.
But it's a surprise to see him taking down champion after champion after champion. But the mentality is there. Can he keep it going against the likes of Dai, who has been so strong, only so far losing to the mirror.
The big thing now, though, to me, I'm looking at this set and I'm thinking pressure's on Dai. Jimmy, at this point, he went in the losers outside of pools. He's run 10 sets in a row in this game to make it here.
And you can't understate how difficult it is to make it through losers bracket. Yes, you're playing more matches, but you're also playing people who are at the top of their game, dropping down out of winners. The pressure is always on.
There's certain people that respond well to that pressure. There's certain people that respond negatively to it. Jimmy, to me, I think is just kind of ice cold about it. He just sit down and play. If I'm still in losers, I can still win. That's the perspective. I love seeing those white tees out there.
Let's go!
So, of course, this is going to be a Roa versus Ciel matchup. Ciel, actually, because of the threat of keys, Roa has to be careful about where he throws lightning. It's easy for Ciel to kind of dip outside the range and be able to punish with full screen keys, and then, or of course, her full screen super. He has a full screen super as well. So you might even see kind of like a kind of standoff kind of approach to this, because both projectiles can be kind of dangerous to throw out against the other character.
The thing about Ciel, though, over Roa is that she does have an advantage with the range on her projectiles.
True.
It does give her a little bit of an edge in that full screen game, but Jimmy doesn't want to play full
And that
screen.
jumping split kick that you saw from Jimmy there, that hits on both sides. That's a cross-up button as well. So going to the air with it, finding the fatal, finding 4.365 damage, and the corner, that's a big win for him. Dai, though, willing to swing with his back to the wall. Has meter. Gonna queue up in the super. Is it gonna be same side or other side? Same side low.
Really
and then
nicely done.
Staggers his pressure. He's able to find the mid hit there. Gonna convert here off the jump 2C. That air chop like that. Taking a grab, and then again this standard kind of Roa pressure, willing to set in the mid range, put some lightning on you.
Jimmy not willing to jump, not going to get caught by that air unblockable, but is going to open up low here.
And for Dai, that was a tell. He saw that flash when Jimmy was blocking of the missed shield attempt. He knew that Jimmy was looking for an opening to try to shield like that.
Right.
Let me hit the brakes for a second. There's the shield. Goes in for a punish, gets the round.
So Ciel is able to alter her air trajectory. It can completely throw off the game plan, and that was something that happened there, giving Jimmy the advantage in this first exchange here.
But Jimmy has shown you this a lot. That's going to be really important for this match because of the threat of Roa's DP. Those air super enders for Jimmy, where he spends a bar and gets a safe jump set up after.
Such a good combo here from Jimmy. The micro charge as well has to be able to get that 50% to activate Moondrive, and a big opener for Jimmy.
Caught you mashing. Jimmy's going to take the return from that.
I love that he did not spend the meter there. He comes in with so much.
You have to be aware about Ciel, especially when she's up close like that. She has strings into that standing charge slash as well that naturally kind of frame trap and be able to catch mashing.
Get that full screen EX ender, but the invincible reversal option from Jimmy.
Yeah, reversal somersault, OTG full wall push, reversal DP.
These two are playing such a cerebral game right now.
This is definitely, it feels like a I know scared, you know scared kind of match for sure.
It doesn't. The throw comes out. Speaking of not scared, that throw was just so great, but it worked.
Yeah, that to me is also like a winning point for Jimmy too, this match. Being able to integrate throw into his offense is important for Ciel just because of how it opens up for the rest of that strike throw pressure that she had. But here we go. Dai, willing to leverage his gauge here to close out the game. Goes into level 3, 5K. Damn, he's going to drop a 5K arc drive finish on you. Sheesh. Dai up one game.
Reminder that the remaining games are 3 out of 5, so we are going to have some active adjustments being made. There's so much you can do with an extra game.
See now, yeah, just jockeying for position. Both players are looking to get an air-to-air counter hit and be able to convert like that, but neither player willing to press any big buttons to give them the opening.
No, I mean, you don't want the risk. You don't want that. The tech on the throw from both players. Opening here from Jimmy. He's going to take Dai into this corner. Hard knockdown after the EX ender.
Safe jump.
Yep, safe.
Comes down with the jump B. That jumping split kick like that. Jump, and this is bad for Jimmy. Air unblockable.
Jimmy's been so good about not using that jump, and unfortunately does get caught there by the unblockable.
Yeah, might have read a DP or something like that, but easy reaction from Dai. Lock him up with the lightning, get that double roundhouse unblockable, and create this pressure scenario. Throw you back to center stage.
I do like that Dai went for the throw in that situation because Jimmy's blocking has been very good.
When he commits to guard, yes. And here you go, super.
Yeah.
Do it again, and not even necessary after that. Clean round from Dai.
Dai is playing
such a clean, immaculate game. But if Jimmy can make these adjustments, I can easily see him coming back.
See that position?
Yes.
That's the money spot for Ciel. He has to beware of moon skill lightning because it hits a little bit further. But if you can get into that spot and make that whiff with a backdash or something, you give yourself a huge opening. Right now, though, Dai able to find the big touch. No bar to work with, gonna take his just simple air throw ender. Ball with C, Jimmy
shield.
willing to shield. I'm willing to wait, I'm willing to punish you. 1 bar built now. Launcher, 3.5. Another big counter hit touch here, moon drive activation. Big drop, you're gonna give this guy extra. I've seen way too many matches with this guy. Do not give JimmyJtran the opportunity, especially with 4 bars.
what a
especially with that
clash.
crouching uppercut. To be able to convert like this.
In the corner, has so much to work with.
Sister!
Gonna key afterwards. Then be caught with the overhead. Jimmy working his way back into this match. Dai can heat if he wants to, but now we're gonna get another EX ender, building up that 3rd bar with that micro charge. That was
Oh
really
my God,
important.
JimmyJtran! Hard call out on the shield.
We're seeing those adjustments with Jimmy. We're seeing them right now. Can he continue to make them and get
Yo,
Dai in a place?
JimmyJtran is taking us back to church. This the real sister act. Safe jump off the air super. Falling kick. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg, eat your heart out.
Oh,
get the jumping!
He's gonna build this 4th bar.
Jimmy
Gonna
J.
spin here. Gonna go into, nope, just get the
Jumping
hard
the
knockdown
keys, take the
charge.
micro charge, jump C.
Yeah, not taking anything
Pressure
risky.
time. Die, you better not match.
Oh my God,
Ooh, that was
Blackie.
dangerous.
No, don't.
Heat activation, stop the clock, and Jimmy is willing to back off. Die, take your HP, that's fine. Dump your meter like that. Gets caught low, unfortunately. Die, not enough meter to be able to make this hurt a lot. 2.8K, that's fine. Still has his pressure. Good break on the grab from Jimmy J.
Yeah, and the
Take
throw
it and
back
throw
in the
it.
corner.
Position. Moon drive activate. Oh my God, beautiful conversion from the air throw.
He's got enough to end this.
No,
and
this
he
over.
exits a
It's
super.
over. That's JimmyJtran, baby. It's over. Take me to school. Let's go.
I love it.
What a poem. That's the
I
second
love
time
it.
we've seen it today, too. That grab that she has from that air stance, if you're looking for it, it's an easy counter hit. Just jump A, counter hit. You can get big return and make her hurt for it. Jimmy has only used it twice this tournament. It's hit both times. He had Moon Drive to be able to activate and convert with it after into a 5K damage combo like that.
Got a late counter on that shield there from Dai, opening up Jimmy in this 1st round of the 3rd game here. Okay, side switch throw. For Dai, being able to come in with these throws again and again and again, it's something that Jimmy uses as well. Shield for shield, adds to the B
Shield
counter.
delay A, and then he PCs out like that.
Yes.
Just tackles out. And again, you see Jimmy trying to advance with like low altitude jumps in the jump A.
Oh,
Looking
the
for a
keys
counter hit.
catch.
That's big. That one setup just like that, OTG, look at how much extra damage this is.
Look how much recoverable health that Jimmy has if he chooses to heat. That's huge.
Yeah, so you saw him do dash block at the same range we were talking about. Unfortunately, got clipped by the by the lightning after. And Dai gonna get his launch here.
Even with the knockdown, not going to do enough with scaling. This is still a one-touch situation, but Jimmy going to get an opener here, built with his 3rd bar.
He was willing to be patient, wait it out, tech the grab, and then just runs up, stand lights.
Moon drive activation into the invincible reversal. Smart from Dai, but Jimmy was making a comeback
Yeah,
there.
this is a back and forth. This is a back and forth.
Open up low. Jimmy now in this corner. Recovery though, shields the lightning, and then Jimmy with that fast movement speed, pushing Dai into the other side.
He has been leveraging shield quite a bit. Not necessarily going for any of the follow-ups every time either. Big lightning clip there, and oh my God.
Oh, what a fatal counter.
Dai just got greedy. He wanted all the meter. Jimmy gives him that uppercut. He's gonna push him all the way to the wall. Air super once again. Ball jump C. No, ball jump A. Taking and throwing him.
Do it
Again.
Do it again.
What does Tasty Steve say? Do it again.
Gets a launcher though from Dai. Has 3 bars sitting on almost full moon if he wants to use it. He's gonna spend one there for that full screen EX. Same side though, open up. Whoa.
Staggered pressure. They're gonna work out big for Dai. Gonna close out this game. 2-1 advantage over JimmyJtran.
Jimmy, though, had some really good moments there. The throws were great. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Strike throw, so important for Ciel. And the way that he's mixing it up, making it unpredictable is so important to note.
Yeah, and on defense, it's been really good for him, too. You can tell his intent in a lot of these scenarios. He's either committing the guard, he'll commit the shield. He's making, like, some pretty big commitments and reads on. He's trying to make reads on Dai's offense. But right now, Dai with the advantage here. First to 3 affair, Dai up 2-1.
Really respectful in this first part of the game.
This is what we're talking about with air footsies and air neutral. The way they're leveraging their air mobility options, their fastest air-to-air buttons like this, they're looking for a big counter hit. But that's good for Jimmy.
Huge.
That worked out.
Okay. Gets hit with the overhead.
Yeah, gets clipped by the IAD after.
I thought it was so smart.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out like that, but the big thing was he got past the lightning.
He did, and then an opener here for Jimmy.
Max range stampede, that Jin kick like that. Unfortunately, unable to close out on the get the complete conversion.
That was such a delay on the V counter from Dai, but Jimmy had the opportunity to turn around and block it. That was important.
And you see now what Jimmy's doing. He's playing around that range that I pointed out earlier, right? You see him doing a lot of dash block, dash feint. He's trying to bait out a big response from Dai, whether it wants to be lightning or something else. Nice flip kick. Oh, the super whip! That happens sometimes.
It does. It's unfortunate, but Jimmy, not phased, was able to put that shield away. That could have been huge. But Dai being able to make this work out, spending a lot of meters here with this move drive activation. He's still got half of it left. It's going to be one away from moving on.
Set point for Dai here against JimmyJtran in Melty Blood type Lumina. I did not think I was going to say that this weekend.
Oh, the shield was held too long, and so Jimmy was stuck in recovery, allowing Dai to get this opening
Yeah, it's
combo.
an easy reaction and punish from this point. Push towards the wall, throw him out the corner. Just to dash back in, intercepted again. That crouch B from Ciel, that big two-hitting swinging uppercut has really paid dividends for JimmyJtran to give him these opportunities for big conversions like this.
Once again, charging, always making sure that Moon is available in case they need Moon Drive for activation. Big opening punish here for Jimmy, though.
And you see him showcasing a lot more reverse speed pressure, which is what, it's a Multi-Blood specific mechanic where you can chain normals backwards. It's a little bit, oh my god, the falling jump C.
That was huge, a huge opportunity for Dai here. Gonna spend the meter, side,
same side high. Jimmy committing the guard.
Oh my god, did you see the way he stood and blocked? That was incredible.
Stood for just a moment.
Oh, stood again and wait. Yes, Dai. Moving on.
He sees the crouching light hit, easy confirming the moon drive. Just take clock out, take it. That's going to be Dai moving on loser's side to rematch Moai in grand finals. But yo, clap it up out there for JimmyJtran. That was awesome to watch. That's a pleasure. I never thought I'd get to talk about one of those guys' matches. When I was playing Third Strike and watching him do work with Urian, that was never something I thought I would have the chance to do. But I'm glad it happened with this game right here today. And coming up next is going to be grand finals. Man, this was a hell of a set though for losers. Nobody saw JimmyJtran doing work in this tournament like this.
And looking at this replay, the way that Dai was able to close this out and move into the the grand finals, just such cool, calculated gameplay. The ability to adjust and readjust, use every tool that Melty Blood hands you, and use it so well to shut down the game plan from Jimmy. Jimmy taking out absolute legends in the Melty Blood and fighting game community.
Like I said, you got to understand, he dropped in the losers at the end of his pools play match. He won 10 straight sets to be able to get here and to get third place at this event like that. And like I said, that's I keep saying it's a surprise. To be honest with you, it's not. That guy, any fighting game he puts his mind to, you can always expect him to be a top-level competitor. Just, again, his perspective on competitive attitude is always something that kind of stuck with me, just hearing him talk about it. But coming up next, baby, it's been a long couple days. It's been a long 2 years. I've been waiting to see a bracket like this on. I've been waiting to talk to y'all about this game for 2 years, bro. I can't believe they fed it to me on a Saturday morning like this with Jalen of all people. But coming up next, this is going to be the grand finale. Play spot big 1 second. Moai going up against Dai here in Melty Blood type Lumina top 6 finals for EVO 2023.
This is going to be a match of all time. It's going to have so much counterplay. I still expect the mirror, so it's going to be a little ridiculous. But before we get started, can you guys make some noise for Melty Blood type Lumina Grand Finals?
I gotta admit, Jalen, you should sell. You should be in sales. I feel like you should be doing like you should be selling like insurance policies or something. Because the way you just pitched me this Roa mirror match that we're about to see, I was buying it. I was buying it for a little bit, but I know we're about to see a lot of zoning. We're about to see a lot of, and again, reads on defensive patterns. Right, that really came into play when these guys fought on the winner's side. Was call-outs on whether you want to crouch block in mid-range, whether you want to try to go for your shield option. Ticking in, tick throws is obviously a big part of this character's pressure as well. But the big thing is jockeying for position, being just outside of their lightning range, where you can dash up and quickly adapt, or shield, call out what they want to do with their zoning patterns and how they cut off lanes in the screen. This character is, of course, a zoning monster, but he does have good, if not basic, good standard up-close pressure thanks to his instant air dash and those big jumping buttons that he has.
I've been looking forward to this for so long. When we got to have Melty Blood at EVO 2022, it was so exciting. And we keep talking about the international competition, the number of people who were able to come out from a multitude of different countries. In particular, yesterday, we had someone from Spain who was just unbelievable. And here, we have two of Japan's finest fighting it out in grand finals.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Moai, he looks like a goofy dude. He's always all smiles and stuff. What he was telling me before EVO, he said, I'm coming here, I want to win. And I love that he's having fun with it. He's enjoying the moment. But right now, this is a rower mirror match. You can see them trying to space each other out full screen, get out of range of blue skill lightning like that. Moai with the big touch so far. Winner side advantage to Moai as well.
Yeah. So in case you want to make sure, and if you're at home, because mirror matches do get a little bit difficult, Dai is in the traditional costume with the white. Moai is in the darker colors with that blue.
And what we want to point out to you guys is, again, the counterplay here.
Right.
Watch for being able to, the spacing around lightning set, but also watching how these players block, how they shield, and watching how the other player counters that activation or that strategy.
Yeah, and the lightning of the EX lightning, we're going to see that so many times because it's a great zoning tool as well as punish tool. There it is once again.
Yeah, held shield that time. You got to imagine Moai takes notice of it. Jump shielding on each other, but Moai's the one that gets the hit. He's got the bar to finish it. Barring any drops, and there he goes.
Moai clean once again.
Get jockey for position.
Their pre-round movement is very similar, and then again, charging once again, but Dai able to get this opening. Moai just so cool.
That's what's so good about the lightning. It's like if they jump and block it, cool, I get an unblockable. If they sit and block it, cool, I get a mix-up. You can just do it.
Yes. Knockdown into the corner. Oh, just uses the raw launcher.
Yeah, let me see what's up. Let me see what's up there. I watched Moai and his stuff been doing that all weekend long. Raw dog launcher like that.
But it works.
Why
Nobody expected
Why
it.
he shaking his hand like that?
I don't know.
Here we go, air ball and for side swap, I'd imagine. No, center stage.
Oh,
My God.
baited.
The awareness to know that he was looking for the heat activation like that. Doesn't even OS it. Backdashes, tap dances around the activation bubble.
Oh, but he
and then
dropped it. He
the game with
dropped
a combo.
it. How? Shield comes out. This is giving Dai another chance. Okay.
B gonna close out. That was very scary for Moai. That drop could have gone way differently. But Moai with game advantage here in Grand Finals. One of the strongest Sasuke players in the old days, but Moai since release has gone to this Roa character. He identified the strengths early on, showing you why here. Launcher.
Hard knockdown comes out afterwards.
3.5.
Oh, that re-jump was so smart because of avoiding the shield.
Exactly, the dash is delay it, see the shield, fine. They shield us after me, hit them as hard as possible. 4K and another drop. You're in the same situation. You got the same problem.
Oh, and
lightning strikes twice.
Overhead coming out.
Launch here. That's to close it out.
3.5K. Doesn't matter because it ends the round. He's so strong. Moai is looking ridiculous.
He's moving right now. Moon skill lightning right there. Lock him down like Akon. Lock him up.
Oh, what an interesting option. Does it again.
Yeah, shield BC and goes in the ball. Gonna get the side switch here. And again, Peter has been built for Dai. He just hasn't had the opportunity to use it.
No, that's okay. That one
Stagger
little hit.
pressure. Yeah, and then locking down with lightning. Runs up, takes his low mash here. Straight up just confirm the low.
3 bars built, ends in the hard knockdown, nothing fancy. Shielded, and then once again, just that launching option. It's a great opener. And then you have double lightning slide underneath, going to use it a 3rd time, and then end in an EX with that scream.
Wide low on resources, but high on reads. He saw that with shield, got the low touch, unable to finish with it.
They're flying in the air. Those BCs were getting them out of it. Back
Activation, lightning!
Oh, it's caught though. Not going to do enough
Mix
to
for
finish
game.
it out. The low does come out though from Die.
Amare
He's
low.
got so much meter.
No, he's got the round, that's it.
There it is.
Even if you have to spend the bar, you do it in that situation. Just get to, what's important is get to the next round. The thing with Moai, they're even on super. When it's Die with advantage on the moon gauge.
Yeah, and that was a fatal counter as well.
And that's a big pickup. Again, straight to the wall. And an air grab, gonna drop.
Yep.
That time doesn't go for the jump kick, but he was looking for the low, was looking for a high shield maybe.
I think Moai thought that Die would anticipate that, so didn't want to have to worry about it. Mixing up the pressure is such a great thing, and now, once again, one slide, another slide there, going to the EX.
Yes, option rotation here. That time, meaty throw broken.
Okay, shield, same idea, and then the slide underneath from Moai.
Scramble Yoa, man, Moai has really pulled off really good beats in scramble situations like that. And just like that, 2
Look
games
at him
up.
smiling. 2 games up.
He's close, man. He's really close. Robo mirrors like this, and again, Moai started off moon skill DP. Same situation, gonna what, 3.4,000, he clears it.
All right, oh my gosh, that air movement, he was able to backdash and just create that
Tried to
visual
cross him
confusion
over, yeah.
once again. He's looking for something, Die, trying to find the opening with shield though, and then the delayed launcher afterwards, they both just backed after it.
That's a common shield scenario there, is the delay A launcher out of the shield. Catches a lot of options that you wouldn't expect.
Raw
dog launcher.
Once again, it's so effective.
Moai is just checking prostates here. My God, what is he doing?
The throw comes out afterwards, trying to reverse the situation with the lows. Moai, 1 round away.
Okay, Moai on tournament point here. EVO 2023 for LUMINA.
Overhead doesn't come out, the blocking from Die. But then the shield, he went for it because there were so many highs, and that means that Moai could go low for free.
That 3rd time's the charm here. Meter building, gets the microcharge in between. Falling jump kick, no, goes for the meter throw. Hold shield.
That was so risky.
Lightning lockdown.
The lightning on the other side.
Die willing to spend gauge just to get out, trying to give him a shot at some pressure.
Opens him up with a low.
And this is a big conversion opportunity. 3 bars, yes. Microcharge, willing to just take
That
the
wasn't a
bait.
microcharge, that was a macro
That was a macro
charge.
charge, yeah, you're right.
Jeez, that was huge though. That could be something that completely changed the tide of this. Spends the bar here. Same side. Oh my God, that was so ambiguous.
Yeah, this all started from a fat DP punish. Comes out there, crosses up Moai's influence. He gets lightning at close range like that. And Die here with advantage.
Went in for a low that was risky, but now using that backdash, that could have been caught so much earlier. Using the EX lightning to come in. The low caught from Moai. He let him live.
3 bars still here. We're going to look at a safety activation. No, going to take launcher, going to make the play here.
What is it? Moondrive activation. Blue Axe low gets it. He puts it round in.
That's part of that post Moondrive activation Yomi there, right? If he would have gone to a different option instead of guard, like that, he might have had a shot at winning.
Slide comes in, but just the way Die floated out of the situation. So great. Caught in the air, though.
And you see that jumping chop that Roa has. In that situation where he jumps up, uses his fastest air button to get a fatal counter like that, easy conversion to the ground, pulls him down.
This is so fast.
And, well, Moai, one touch, you're 1 touch away.
Working on a perfect
Fade with
here.
air super, Moondrive
Not
activate.
anymore. The throw is going to reverse the situation. Goes for the high-low. Gets caught, though, with the reversal.
That's it. Moai's got it.
He's got it!
EVO 2023 Type LUMINA champion from Japan, Moai. They're letting Aki Oji-san rush the stage.
Let's go!
And this is a player who has been in the hunt for a long time. He has not had that marquee win. For him to come to this EVO Japan, this EVO 2023 from Japan, sorry, and be able to get this win over some of his rivals like that, wow. And yo, they're gonna give him the trophy here. That's your Melty Blood Type LUMINA champion for EVO 2023, everybody. Give it up for place 5, Big 1 second. Give it up for Moai. What a tournament. I did, man, the ending, kind of a surprise. I'm not going to lie. Some of the names, we saw coming into this, I was like, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I expected. But, man, the way this played out and the way it went down, I was not expecting that, man. That was crazy.
I wasn't either, but I'm so happy it went the way it did. It told a beautiful story from start to end. Over 550 people entering, a franchise record set here at EVO 2023. And everyone, give it up for your top 6 of Melty Blood Type Lumina for EVO 2023.
So we're going to start from down the line, right? Tied for 5th. We're going to start off with ScrawtVermillion, one of, again, the leaders of the North American community, came here. Didn't go the way he wanted this year, but big ups to him. 5th place from Korea, Korean wrestling man, doing work with that Mario.
And then in 4th place, Jing, coming all the way from Japan, fighting all of that travel to place 4th here at EVO.
But hey, you guys already know this guy's name. Yo, clap it up. 3rd place at Type Lumina for EVO 2023, JimmyJtran.
In 2nd, coming out of seemingly nowhere with this incredible Roa, we have Dai.
Japanese man of mystery, but the winner for EVO 2023 Type Lumina. Give it up for the old man, Moai. Hey, Mr. Lee, give him a hug, man. Just give him a hug, bro. Come on. He went in for the hug like 3 times.
Oh, no, but we got to get that swag.
Oh, yeah, so the prizes this year. 3rd place, you get a bronze stick. 2nd place gets silver, and of course, the golden sticks. EVO branded like that. Moai, finally a champion. Clap it up for this whole top 6, everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm happy. Man, I can't say how happy I was to be able to do this like this. I've been waiting since the game came out to talk to y'all like this, and y'all gave me a hell of a bracket to do it with. But look, Jalen, I think that's it for our block. You got anything you want to say or leave them with?
Play Melty Blood.
Look, I'm really excited for what the future holds, especially for the French break games. We got Uni 2 back there that came out of, again, seemingly nowhere.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what you guys. If you like the game, man, just play the game, bro. But I'm looking forward to the future. I can't wait to see what we got coming out and also coming forward to looking the next year. But that said, I'm done. I can't speak anymore.
No.
Yo, thanks for watching Melty Blood Type Lumina Top 6 here at EVO 2023. We're going to catch you guys next time. Don't go anywhere, though. KOF 15's coming up. That's going to be a crazy tournament. I'm telling you, come back with it.
My hands keep shaking, but my heart